Alright, welcome my peoples. Welcome to Chef-boyArGee's cooking channel. Thank you all my subscribers from all around the world. If you haven't already liked and subscribed this channel, please do so. I've been getting a lot of comments and requests. Thank you so very much. One of them I've gotten and says, "Hey chef, you know how to pan fry, to saute, to bake in the oven, to roast, to broil, to use the air fryer, to grill on the grill. But do you ever use the crock pot?" And I said, well, I guess I haven't done that in a while. So yes, we're going to be doing some pot roast in the crock pot. How's that sound? Good stuff. Are you ready? All right, it's damn good, says the chef. Chef-boyArGee. We're going to be using our flavor guides for this one, for the pot roast. The garlic lovers. We've got a new press. What is that? A garlic press. Might be a little bit easier. Maybe it's cheating. But hey, we're going to give it a try and we're going to do a bunch of cloves of garlic in there. Let me show you what we're going to put together for this crock pot. For this pot roast recipe. Are you ready? Alright, many different kind of beef you can use. You can use rump roast. You can use sirloin roast. What's a chef find? Normally $6.99 a pound, on sale $3.99 a pound. Now I'm sorry, $2.99 a pound. Beef shoulder roast. It actually comes from the chuck of the steer. It's one of the cheapest cuts of meat, but guess what? It's one of the most flavorful if done right. How do you do it? Low and slow. When you do it in the crock pot, it's gonna have to cook and cook. But when done right, shoulder roast, beef shoulder roast. Oh, it's gonna be good. And I do like a lot of horseradish on mine after it's done, but hey, you can have it however you want. Let me show you the ingredients in this beef shoulder roast. Alright, how about some of the ingredients we're going to use for the pot roast? Boneless beef shoulder steak, how's that? Like I said, normally $6.99 a pound. Oh, what a sale, $2.99 a pound. That's a 2.5 pounder, look at the marbling on there. Like I said, you just can't cook that quick or throw it on the grill or even just in the oven. It'll be tough, but when you do it in the crock pot and you do it low and slow in the crock pot, oh, it's gonna melt in your mouth and fall apart. One of the secret ingredients, lipton soup mix. We're using beefy onion. We're gonna use beef broth. We're not gonna even put a whole bunch in there. Well, you can use a can of beef broth and probably put another can equal to a can of water. You can use straight water if you want. You can use water in a beef bouillon cube. It doesn't matter. But that's the way the chef's gonna do it. We're gonna throw some celery in there, big old onion. How about some carrots? We're gonna throw some carrots in there. Potatoes, probably use about 4 big old potatoes. There's our Flavor God's garlic lover seasoning. And yeah, I think we'll do about 4 cloves of garlic in there with a garlic press. And I love mushrooms. But you don't want to put the mushrooms in the crock pot. They'll just get all soggy and don't like them. If you're going to have a big party and eat the whole thing at once, I'd add them about 45 minutes before it's done. But we're going to make a big old crock pot with this 2.5 pound pot roast. So what we're going to do is just kind of add them right before we eat. Slice them up and add them before we eat. And that way they're still little, they don't get soggy, they're still crunchy. But here's our major ingredients. Slice these up, put these in the crock pot. And it's going to cook for a good 7, 8, 9 hours, maybe 10 hours, depending on what time we get it done in the morning. Are you ready? Are you ready to get cooking with a chef? Are you ready? Alright, first order of business, our beef shoulder roast. Pull it out of the fridge and we're going to spice that up. We're going to spice that up and that way it can calm down to a little bit closer to room temperature while we're getting all our veggies ready. Look at there. It's got a big old fat pad on the back, but that's alright. That's just going to add flavor and infuse more into the liquid. Oh, look at there. What did we hit it with? We hit it with a bunch of sea salt. And yes, the Flavor God garlic spice. Coated that on all the sides, including the fat pad. And we're getting ready to smush up our garlic in the garlic press and get our veggies ready. And this is just sitting here getting closer to room temperature. And the time we put that into the crock pot, oh, it's going to be good. All right, here's our veggies. We've got celery. We've got a bag of baby carrots. We've got a big old onion all cut up, and we're going to put about 4 potatoes. We're going to chunk them up and put them in. What do we put in now? Yeah, look at here. Fresh garlic. Gonna do about 5 cloves in the garlic press. Put that in there. Let's get this done and get them potatoes in. Alright, here's our goodies. Our potatoes, our onion, our carrots, our celery. All chunked up, diced up. We left the potato skins on. We do like it that way. Then what do we add? We put in 1 packet of the Lipton beefy onion. Just sprinkle that all over the top. Then we put in a can of beef broth. This one here happens to be 50% less sodium, but you can use any kind of beef broth you want, or water. But we put in 1 can of beef broth and about 1 can of water. Oh, look at here, our mushrooms are here. But like I said, you don't add them till the last 45 minutes if you can eat it all at once. I kind of slice them up and put them in right before I put it on my plate, because I don't like mine to get soggy. But here it is. Liquid's in there. Oh, it looks good. What's left? Let's put our beef on top and get this baby fired up. Alright, beef's on top. This baby here is full. We had to dig a little hole, a little canal, in between the vegetables and get that beef on there. If I didn't say the spices, once you put all them good spices on, you pat them in. Then we throw the beef on top. Liquid's in there, veggies in there, everything's in there. Now we're gonna turn this baby on high. I like to do high for about 45 minutes to an hour, then we turn it on low. You can do it on high 5.5, maybe 6 hours. When it's on low, 7.5 to 10 hours. Oh. Let's get this baby fired up, put the lid on, and here we go. Alright. About 8 hours. It's looking and smelling good. Should have showed you how we did the gravy. We took about 6-7 big ladles out of the broth from the crock pot. Brought it to a rolling boil, and I mean a rolling boil. Then we made ourselves a little slurry. What do we use? About 50% flour, 50% water. I think I used about a quarter cup, and I didn't use all of it. And you slowly add to the broth in the rolling boil, and you whisk and whisk and whisk. Leave that go for a couple minutes, and you turn it down on simmer. Look at there. That's some gravy. We don't normally do gravy, but we decided to. And what are we doing now? The convention oven. We've got some biscuits. We got our gravy, and let's have a look-see. There it is. We're going to plate this up and show you what it looks like. Are you ready? Alright, finished product, says the chef. Let's look at here. Beef. Shoulder roast. Onions, carrots, celery, potatoes. And yep, I threw some mushrooms on there, and like I said, I'll be slicing them up. Putting them with my veggies as I go. Some fresh biscuits. Here's a gravy. We did hit it with a little bit extra pepper. Let's see how this can be. 8 hours in a slow cooker. Oh, look at there. Fall apart. Oh my goodness. Pulls apart with a fork. Come on. Crockpot slow cooker. If I can do it, you can do it. Oh my goodness. Feel free to comment and ask me any questions. I hope you'd enjoy. Bon appetit, says Chef-boyArGee. Alright, real quick before we end this video, the chef would like to apologize. Again, we had the camera at the last segment. It was turned the wrong way. Figured I would have learned this camera by now, and we made a mistake. But I'll tell you what, we just got done with dinner. Oh my goodness. Awesome beef shoulder roast. Even though it's a cheap cut of meat, you do it low and slow, oh, it melts in your mouth. Look at there. It is just totally awesome. 8 hours in a crock pot, because if I can do it, you can do it. More videos to come. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Bon appetit, says Chef-boyArGee.